Hello everybody and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to tell you uh, a little story about my X106 and why I really like it, my favorite accessories, and also why I am selling this. So first thing before we start, I got this uh, at Henry's here. They are one of the distributors for Fujifilm, and I got this luckily at SRP. So um, I actually was lucky enough to buy this when I visited their store and asked if they have one. And luckily at that time, they just had a buyer who made a reservation who canceled the purchase of the X106 because yeah, they said he was on vacation and he decided to pass on buying this. So luckily I bought it that time. They only have one, and it was this one in silver right here, which is I think for me looks better than the black one. A lot of people like the black one because it's more discreet than the silver, but I don't mind this flashier look. I think it looks more classic. Also, I bought some accessories for this. I bought the small rig cage, which by what I see online in Facebook and Reddit, a lot of people don't like the look. But for me, I like it, and it's pretty useful for what I do. So I have fat fingers here, so it grips way better with this grip, with the cage. I mean, than not having this. I understand that they're also selling an L grip without this right here at the top, which makes it bigger. But I also use this because I sometimes do talking head video with this one for my other channel. So I mount my external uh, monitor here and also uh, external microphone on this side. And yeah, it's pretty useful for me because I have pretty fat fingers, so this feels way better without with a grip here than without. And yeah, also yeah, I understand that there is like another grip, just an L grip here, uh, that I think looks better because it doesn't have this right here, which makes the camera look bigger. But I use this also, so I do use this from time to time in my other channel. I use this for talking head video, and I put my external monitor here because this one doesn't have a flippy screen here that turns to the side, which is pretty useful if you do videos alone. So I put external monitor here and also my external uh, microphone here. Um, One thing I don't like though with this for video is it uses yeah, the small HDMI port or the micro HDMI. I think that's how you call it. Uh, 2.5 mm only audio mic. So I have to use an adapter, and it just feels flimsy. So yeah, that's why I don't know, man. I don't feel secure enough to use this all the time for videos. That's why I still use sometimes my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 right here, which I'm using, and also sometimes my Lumix GX8. Yeah, but using this, I really like the photo quality. And to be honest, I cannot see a lot of difference or any difference at all with the X100V, which I also used to own. I By the way, I sold my X100V before because it just overheats quickly in video, especially in 4K. That's why I sold it. Um, yeah, the photo quality difference, I don't know. I cannot see that much. Um, Noise is pretty good, but I'm not really like that strict in terms of noise because I think what matters to me is capturing the moment instead of worrying about the noise. Um, Button orientation pretty much the same, I think, if I remember correctly, with the X100 V. Um, Also, yeah, another accessory here. I use the WCL X100V. By the way, this is version 1. Only difference between version 1 and version 2 is that version 2 has the magnets which automatically detects if you have the conversion lens. The version 1, you have to adjust it manually in the menu. But I use this probably like 90% of the time here using the camera because I like a wider field of view, and this converts this to like 28 mm. I would like a wider uh, view, so I hope they could make one in the future, but I don't think it's possible because of how this is built. But let's see. Yeah, but use this 90% of the time. I prefer the 28 mm uh, field of view equivalent. And what's good is that it still uses the 49 mm filter size here. So you won't have to buy another uh, filter if you decide to not use this. Disadvantage though with this conversion lens is it does cast a shadow when you are using the flash. So I forgot to bring my flash, but I have like the small Fujifilm flash, and I forgot the name. So when I use the camera's flash here, it casts a shadow. So I have to remove this and change the setting again for the wide angle conversion. Images between the X106 and the X100V uh, are comparable. I think there's not a lot of difference, to be honest. From what I see, I don't really pixel peep. I think for all, or almost, I think all cameras right now, new cameras, noise performance is just so good that they're pretty similar, to be honest. It's hard to compare uh, between the two. I think they have the same lens, and just hard to compare. But I think they're pretty similar from what I see. Noise performance for me is already really good with this. There are some issues I have with this camera. If I compare the autofocus performance with this to the Sony full frames, I have the old Sony A7R II. I think the yeah the Sonys are much better. This one, in especially in continuous mode, is really good already, but doesn't compare. Now, image performance between the X106 and the X100V is quite comparable. I believe they are pretty much similar, and it's tough to compare uh, from a just a normal user. But there are, I think, a lot of YouTube channels who do pixel peep uh, between the six and the V or the five. For me, it's not really my thing. I don't pixel peep. I don't really look at how bad the noise is right now, especially with new cameras. Everything is just so good already. So it's yeah, the images in low light is really usable with this one. So there are some noise, of course, but they're really usable. As a camera hobbyist since 2009, back then I understand. Yeah, back then that cameras still struggle with low light with high ISO, but now cameras are just so good with that, and especially with AI in Lightroom, with the denoise right now in Lightroom, yeah, noise performance has gone higher, and we can now create uh, more usable photos, especially in high ISO and really low light scenarios. So I really don't really check the noise performance right now, especially in old cameras. So, but why I'm selling this, you ask me, it just costs too much for what I do. This is 103,999 pesos USD price here. It's just from what I do. I'm a non-professional shooter. I just upload talking head videos most of the time in my other channels, and sometimes here in this channel. It's just too much. I take photos, random snaps, mostly with my family when we go out, and that's it. So for that money, I could use older cameras and even micro four thirds, older Sony full frames, and still be pretty happy. Even like the old Fuji X-T2 or X-T1, X-T20 even, I'd still be happy. And also, one major thing here, I, yeah, I have told you that I do talking head video, and this one still overheats. So I have not specifically measured how long until how long these overheats, but I have noticed like when I do probably like 10-minute video, it gives me a warning that camera is overheating, and there were some times like probably like 2 or 3 times the camera shut down to yeah, because it was getting hotter. So yeah, that alone I think is a deal breaker for me. Photo wise, it's really good. And again, I have stated the AF performance is a little worse than my Sony full frame, but it is uh, acceptable and really good already, even in continuous mode with my daughter, with my son running. I can still capture the moment, so it's really good in that. Optical viewfinder, I don't use it anymore, to be honest. I just use the EVF to get the uh, the color profile already with a JPEG. So, by the way, for this, I really like the Reala Ace. I also use the Classic Chrome a lot. So those are my two favorite film sims here, and I really don't use a lot of film simulation or recipes in Fujifilm. What's the app? I forgot. The Fuji app. Because right now I think like the creamy tones, it's overly done. So I would really like the more accurate tones. I understand the Classic Chrome is not an accurate tone or a color tone from what we see. I do like the Realize. That's what I use a lot. But right now, from uh, what I'm shooting, I really like the more standard profiles. I have stayed away from the like the creamy tones right now. I think it's overly done already. Every time I see photos in Fuji groups, yeah, you got the creamy tone, So right now I just want like the standard color profile. Um, Again, main thing why I'm selling this, it just costs too much for what I do. I'm a pretty basic guy. I just do talking head video. I still even use 1080p when uploading YouTube. I think it's still okay. Um, I could get the camera that will have the same use with this for probably even less than half of the price and save up that money for other things in life, or even like another camera or another lens in that matter. So I love the X106. It's still really hard to get this right now, even though they are popping up in stores from time to time. It's still pretty hard to get this, by the way. I love this. I think this is, to me, the best looking camera ever. Um, I would probably get an X100 series in the future again if they will make a full frame version. I think that would really be awesome, and I will understand if that will cost a lot and probably in the Leica Q territory. But I think that is the next time that I will be getting the X100 series, or if I can get it at a steep discount. But anyways, that is my story, my favorite accessories, and why I am selling my beloved X106. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you found this useful and informative. And see you next time, and have a great day. Don't forget to please subscribe and like the video. And see you next time. Bye bye.